he won his game. I mean, they're just all over. The lower tier pubs people are just confused because you go down to the lower, the lower MMR where the blue collar Dota players are. You're seeing Clinks in more than one every 10 games. Same thing with Bristleback. Heroes there, they're both around 9 to 13%. Very popular heroes compared to the rest of the field. I guess not so much of the top tier. Bristleback's actually the second least picked hero once you get to Divine and Immortal.
For them, this Mirana Troll double range against the Axe is going to feel a bit nasty, but once the game develops, we get Vanguard, we get Mira a few levels. As here, we already see Mira getting caught out by a slight arrow and a few axes thrown by Krillat for the first blood. It doesn't feel comfortable for Spirit, but as we move forward, these heroes can just slay.
Played out.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting build.
I might see the action from Krillat. We'll see how that goes, as he does get called up in the midst of a creep wave, but a good arrow from Dakalis in from the sidelines and leaps forward to kill the Axe this time. And his bottom lane absolutely not comfortable for Team Spirit, so they've got to make it up in that other lanes, as it looks like Yataro's having a grand... Yataro pops his magic stick. He's got tangos as well. It looks like VP running out of damage here, and there's no connection from the mid laner. He's gone down to bottom rune. Fadebot won't finish him, but Notice with the shockwave finally takes him down.
Was it worth your life to try for my horn?
Because the Wildwing Ripper just gets there a little bit late, unfortunately. I mean, you got lots of armor to tank the tower, but eventually they will get you. So that is huge. They really needed that kill, because if he just able to comfortably farm there, it's just going to increase the time that he gets to stay in the lane and not get forced to the jungle on the earlier end, which is kind of the goal versus Terribly down bottom. The revenge as well.
Oh, Krillat. Go on, Collapse. Punch him a few times. Give it to the Axe.
Like you said, the Vanguard is the concern. And they love sacking those Ancients and farming once he has the Vanguard. You're going to try and deny himself to the Ancients now, I presume. It's going to be close.
Oh, Mira. Oh, God. Gets the kill. Dancing around the Granite Golems. We'll find it as in the mid lane, Centaur from Miposhka scouts out the Rubik. Slows him down.
Pull the wave back.
And here's the strength of Miposhka. Even pre-level 6, already putting himself in harm's way to try and scout out what VP are up to. He'll lose his life here, but drawing the attention of two supports and maybe even getting a kill on the Rubik. Okay, gets the lift on the Hellbat. Gets away from danger. But now you've dragged 3 heroes into your...
Yeah, successful maneuver.
They were angling for the slight chains. With that Hellbear Smasher, X-Mark boat's going to get dodged out by the Ember. Nice DD Rune paying dividends, getting the kill on Squad X. Well, they just move into towers so quickly. Top took a bit of damage from Meta, now mid lane with his DD Rune. Kunkka here. Start off with the chains. Nice dodge of the torrent by Lal. Sidesteps it. And with Rubik trying to save his mate, Squad X needs all the help he can get, but the rotation in from the Hoodwink here makes sure he dies. So a couple of deaths in quick succession for this Squad X Kunkka.
Mira's just everywhere. Going, controlling, helping with the creeps.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you look at the kill score, 4-4. Net worth lead, 2k. It's like, okay, Team Spirit winning a little bit, but it feels like this game is just fully controlled by Spirit. Every move is working perfectly for them, and they're taking over the map.
Yeah, the good news is...
Chases Ducalis away from that bottom jungle, and with Lal coming in, I'll try and chase this Mirana into the trees. And he's still got the chains, doesn't he? Yeah, Lal not even wasting mana here on the Mirana. A final swipe of the swords, and a catapult wave behind Collapse means a quick push into another tier 1, while objectives on the map for VP, they are all telekinesis. Squad X, thinking about the torrent, now going to go for the X-Mark boat instead. Mira, is he going to dodge this with a sharpshooter? Doesn't quite time it to perfection, so will get caught out attempting to defend that tier 1. Team Spirit evacuating the area. Yataro's down bottom farming now. They'll give this tower up. VP going to smoke themselves now. Kunkka doesn't really have an item, but he's got X-Mark boat. Catch out Miposhka. A lot of damage from that Rubik stolen sharpshooter as well.
Oh, maybe it still works on illusions. For some reason, that doesn't get patched. I don't see anything saying it doesn't, so hype.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. Well, now I wish they'd give him the illusions.
Yeah. It's so nice to send it around the map, farm some camps that aren't really yours. Collapse, 600 health remaining. And they're getting on top of him, though. The entirety of VP here, and even RPing onto Mira as well. So 3 kills in a row, regaining a bit of control, but they've still got nothing to answer this Terrorblade. Yataro farming away, get himself up to that Manta style.
That's pretty impressive to get something good out of your first RP in this game too. Desperately needed. Fortunately, he got a little greedy.
Yeah, getting booted out of the enemy ancients. It looks like Squadix had already left. There was no Rubik there.
They're fishing for another kill with their trio of Ducalis, Seuss, and Notice, but big Papa Yadro's running over, and Collab's there to back him up.
Yeah, he's got the blink call. Sharpshooter into sharpshooter. Mira loses half his health, but they kill the Mirana nonetheless. And with this meta remaining 5-6 seconds of it, no isolated target that VP could go on to. Troll Warlord, the only one really showing on the map here. Getting blink call. Laynell's there, and Krillat dead. Just gets slapped down by the Culling Blade of Collapse.
Yeah.
I kind of understand who's going to get it. Yatoro. Aegis Manta, Dragonlance, 18 minutes in, now top of the net worth. And Ember Spirit's not that far behind him either. It's a double core as Collapse finds the catch on the top lane. Dunks down on Rubik, so now we've got a couple of stacks on that Culling Blade.
Dire's top tower is under
But they can't lose this gem in this fight.
Look at Collapse breaking the smoke.
Oh, and the
They
ward
know
on the
he's
other side
in
of the
there, but he
river.
blink calls the two supports, and in comes the Bushwhack, perfectly placed. Torrent and Boat, they're on to Collapse, but he doesn't care. They'll keep chasing forward with a reflection, but Notice is in with a big RP. Krilla empowered and cleaving into the TB, but they're also tanky, sundered up and dumped down. A double kill for Collapse, and this fight is a disaster for VP. Noticed will skewer back Lol, but they've got the chains rooting him up. 3 heroes down, and Collapse coming out with a triple kill. Breaks the smoke, starts the fight, everything perfect for this axe. One of the three, it's got to be all three in conjunction.
Well, there's a rather deceptive Ember Spirit coming their way right now. Nimbus Rune, and he's going to take his free kill here on Notice. Man, that is fast.
Yeah, under dire vision. He's trying to scout for more as well. 3 heroes up here for VP. Under that Moonlight Shadow.
Top tower is under attack.
Mira lurking.
Radiant's current
Finds the courier kill, but will get skewered close to base. It's a good acorn shot Bushwhack, but and Mira gets his own spells turned against him with Rubik stealing Bushwhack there. Up at top though, Krillat is being scouted. What has he got? He's got TP, he's got Battle Trance, but with no BKB or Shadow Blade, they'll just surround him with everybody. Does get off the ultimate at least, but getting Berserker called and rooted by this Ember Spirit. Krillat, he'll life steal a bit, pop his wand. Oh, gets the kill on Ember Spirit, rooted him before he could jump away. 3v1, gets the kill, but still does get taken down.
Beat you like a drum.
Okay, all right. I mean,
Ember-
that was probably a gain for him.
Skewering away.
Dire's
Bottom lane being shot and cleared by Squadix and Krillat. Well, they know they don't want to fight in open ground. They fight either at Roshan, which they choose not to, or they fight in their base. Sayers getting caught there is a little unfortunate. He'll be alive in 40 seconds to regroup with his team, and they know that there's vision around that top area now. And who's...
Laro, that's such a problem though.
That's the thing. And Collapse making a move bottom, going to kill off Notice very quickly. 8 stacks now on that cold armor, so 12 bonus armor for Collapse. And we were talking about how tanky they were already. Collapse just making him up game over.
They're being cautious with the wards on the high ground too. Just trying to make sure there's nothing there. Mira, whoa, this could be good.
Yeah, no, catch the hoodwink. That is a smoke broken, probably the last smoke that VP has to play with as well. So 40 seconds, hoodwink will be back, and Team Spirit can go back. They know the axe is lurking in the trees, but they still get blink called. Scardy from the Terrorblade with the arrow and Torrent. They are coming in. Krillat close to death in the RP, catching 2 of them. It's big for VP. They blow up Collapse. The Sunder, where is it? Will he get it off in time? He can't. So first life down for the Terrorblade. Squadix. He's trying to stand his ground as the Ember Spirit dives into the back end of the fight, but the Terrorblade gets the Sunder off in the nick of time. Turn back onto Krillat, and Collapses there with a buyback call. Getting Lol a double kill. And Ducalis caught out by the slight chains. Can't escape the grasps of this Ember Spirit. Hunted into the trees, and a triple kill for Ember. Every lane pushing into the Radiant base now. And very few buybacks for VP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I can. Oh no, the ward! Mira,
The
place
Yules.
one down to get the vision on Notice.
And Bushwhack cancels the skewer. If Magnus doesn't have buyback, This is really rough for VP. They're trying to force and glimmer him away. He does have buyback, though. So still potential here for VP to fight, as Roshan was a fast spawn and has returned.
Yeah.
Shadow. And we go onto the axe, though. Krillap, Squadix, finally collapse, gets off the cheese, and now the call. Two of them trapped in place with the bushwhack coming. Sunder there as Yatoro tries to play forward onto them. Rollmans are out.
Okay.
Krillap, though, killing off the Aegis. Is that his MKB ready? Yeah, he's battling away and looking for the hoodwing. Nearly taking down Mira. Gets off the scuttery and away she goes. And the turnaround for the Terrorblade. Second life is there. Hikaru's getting clipped by the slight. But VP down 2 heroes now.
With honor.
A
Man,
third
he
one
looks-
hits the deck.
He looks so good in that first life, you know? He's just tearing that Terrorblade apart. Then he comes back and he's
You have to make sure that any little bit of farm that VP are trying to get, they're not. Oh, they see Sayush. They're probably going to catch a glimpse of Krillap there up on the high ground as well. Moonlight Shadow does get the troll back to his base, and Rubik has a buyback. Skewer. Who have they got? It's Mira. Yule Scepter into the air. Torrent, X-Mark. And that should be the death of all. No, Mira down to the low ground, and the hood Wink gets away with a sharpshooter jump. Squadix is invis, but Ascardi slow onto Krillap. Needs the Glimmer Cave to run away. Another bit of Demon Zeal here to push forward aggressively. Krillap battling with the Ember Spirit, though. They need saves, but they have none. Dead for 100 seconds, and VP defending their base, but for how long? Look at Krillap fall! Yatoro destroys the troll. Another Horn Toss skewer back towards the fountain as Krillap buys back to battle with Collapse, but he dunks on the Magnus, looks for the troll now, Yule's up into the air, and Krillap, he's being bushwhacked to a tree. All tied up, and GG called.
Middle tower is under
Team Spirit, a stellar performance here in Game 1 against VP, and really looking to secure that major slot for themselves, and Yatoro wanted the rampage, but the game ends before he can claim it.
top stuff.